Every country who's free gets rich. If you are controlling, your country gets poor.
Yes.
I have a prediction that in 5 years, you're going to go to Starbucks and try to buy a cup of coffee with fiat currency, and they're going to laugh at you because everybody is going to be using Bitcoin and other alternative currencies. No one is going to want currency that's tied to the dictators and the government officials and and tied to the political winds of any country. People are going to want a currency that's global and distributed and secure, and so they're going to want Bitcoin.
But many people say because Bitcoin has going down in the early 2018, and some people say, oh, it probably is just a bubble. Do you agree with them? How do you, yeah.
So when people say Bitcoin's gone down, I feel like Bitcoin is staying the same. All the other currencies are falling away. So I feel like when they talk about volatility, that's the volatility of the fiat currencies against Bitcoin. Bitcoin is stable, moving forward, and all the other fiat currencies are trying to figure out, catch up, whatever, and they are going to fall away. And they have. Over time, they're falling away. Bitcoin is a much more efficient, much more effective currency. It's global, it's distributed, and it's not subject to the whims of any politician. So I think that the market will evolve. I think there will be sort of two sort of directions that it heads. One will be that Bitcoin will be the one broad currency, and then there will be specialized currencies of many kinds, and that'll be a very long tail. And then those currencies will either merge together or go out of business, and eventually some big winners will rise to the top. And so we're hoping over time to back some of the companies that might end up being those great currencies. That's right. Well, for the next few years, a very big part of my mind will be focused on cryptocurrencies and on Bitcoin and all of the blockchain opportunities that are going to happen. But as venture capitalists, we've seen things rise and fall over time, and movements change, sociological changes happen, all these things. So as a venture capitalist, we've got to be open to new ideas, new ways of thinking, and I think that Bitcoin and blockchain and Ethereum and all of those are creating a whole new platform from which all of us can innovate, and that's the kind of thing I like to back. Me, my company, my investors, we all try to work together and invest in the best opportunities. So whenever I see somebody coming and trying to change the way the future works, I get excited. And so I'll back it. I'll put some money behind it. I'll see what I can do to help the entrepreneur. And that could be in any place. I mean, I actually am very excited about vertical takeoff and landing companies, the VTOL companies. I'm very excited about all these companies that are potentially going to use AI to transform healthcare. I'm really interested in, of course, I'm interested in the blockchain and all of the effects that it's going to have. And then I'm kind of looking for anything that that transformed government in one way or another. Governments are inefficient and provide bad service for a high cost. And that's true all the way across the board. And now they have to compete for us. And so I believe that government services are going to improve, and governments are going to have to do whatever they can to improve their service, or people will leave and they'll go to some other country. In fact, I suggest the Chinese government start opening up and making sure that they are also going to be a part of this Bitcoin blockchain economy, because otherwise they'll be in the dark ages. Yes, so I'm surprised that the Chinese people haven't come back and sort of rebelled against the idea of blocking Bitcoin and blockchain. I know the Koreans did, and the Korean government just sort of said, no, we're going to make it illegal. And then the Koreans came back and said, what? It doesn't make any sense. And there were 200,000 petition signers, and they complained, and finally the government said, oh, okay, we'll make it a little more legal, and maybe we'll regulate it a little. And by the way, that was South Korea. That's supposed to be the free part of Korea. I don't get it. Yeah. In China, I am shocked that the Chinese people have just let the government just go, oh, it's illegal and too bad. I mean, there are 1 billion of you. You know, it might be time to sort of stand up and say, wait, hey, we want this. This is a part of the world economy. And if you do stand up and open up, to the rest of the world, I think you've got a really great, extraordinary group of entrepreneurs that will stay in China. Right now, they're leaving. Right now, all the Chinese entrepreneurs who are tied to Bitcoin, blockchain, Ethereum, they're all moving to Japan, where they're accepted, or the US, where they're accepted. And it's a shame, because there's some amazing Chinese entrepreneurs that are going to lose out.
So do you think the Chinese government they will rethink or regulate the policy?
I think they should rethink their policy, because they might have a revolution on their hands otherwise.